Hi everyone, this is Heba from My Little Journal, and today I'm going to be working in my Reading with Heba journal. So I've been using this journal since 2021, since I started the book club, and I'm changing it up this year. If you haven't watched January's setup, I definitely recommend to do that. I will link it up at the eye for you. But for February, the book club read Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover. So I'm going to be documenting photos from my Instagram posts. By the way, this book club is free on Instagram. So if you want to join, you are free to do that. And I will have it linked in the description box for you. But this year I decided to add this little library card. It's a stamp set from Close to My Heart. I decided also to change it up from last month and stamp it on craft paper. Just wanted to add a little bit of color. Last month I felt like it was really white and I really wanted to change it and add some color to my spread, so I went with craft paper. I'm going to use the dies to cut out my library card, take it to my die cut machine, have it all cut out for me, and basically I'm going to use the card to add my review. I will also add the name of the author, the name of the book, the date I started, and the date I finished this book. I went ahead and printed out my journaling on transparency paper. That way I can just add it wherever I want, even on this craft paper. Now, one tip I have is if you're using transparency paper, use a bone folder to help it kind of go into the grooves, if that makes sense, and you won't have that haziness anymore. I've been doing that lately when I use black paper or craft paper. It really, really helps. Now, all I want to do is add the date, and I will grab my pen and just add the author and title. I just felt like the library card needed a little something, so what I decided to do was use my stamp sets. One of the stamps I'm using right now is from Future Craft. It's not available anymore, but it's perfect for readers like me. It has all the genres, and so this was a romance book. We decided to read romance in February, so I stamped out romance right at the top. And then I'm going to use this stamp set from Studio Calico to stamp I read past my bedtime right underneath my review, and call my little library card done. I'm just basically going to add it to my spread on the right side. So because I don't want to think too hard about this, I decide to go ahead and stick down my photos. So for my photos, I made sure to add our little Zoom discussion meetup with the book club, and also our 2 picks. So we do a little poll and voting on Instagram. So we always get to choose from 2 books. And I added the book that won, which was Reminders of Him. I got this idea from one of my amazing YouTube members. She shared that with me, and I thought it was genius to actually include our 2 picks for the month. That way we can kind of see what won, what didn't win. I just really like that idea. Anyways, moving on, I do want to add February. Loving these alphas from the Paper Person shop. It is so adorable. So I'm sticking to it throughout the year. I want to keep to the same alpha. Again, keeping to some type of cohesiveness throughout your spreads in your notebook really helps things come along faster, and it just looks better. And now I want to use my Reading with Heba stamp set to stamp a Reading with Heba book club right next to my photo, and I stamped it vertically. And I'll also be stamping Stop and Smell the Pages right underneath my 2 photos here. This stamp set, again, is not available anymore, but I love it so much. It was a collaboration with Future Craft, and it's one of my favorites, and it's perfect for my Reading with Heba journal. And as you can see, I did move my library card a little bit. It was kind of off for me, and I'm always thankful for my tape runner because it does not tear paper, and I always change my mind and I always change things around. But at this point, I'm going to be stamping the stamp set from Helen Hudson, and it is just an illustration of a female. So I'm going to stamp her out, but then I'm going to use the Paper Person shop reading stamp set to stamp headphones, and I'll also stamp playback speed. This illustration is going to be the perfect spot to add color. I will come back in and color her in. And as you can see, I also added like shoulders to her and things like that. So I always like to build up my own stamps and create my own little images. So you can definitely use these little illustrations to add headphones, maybe a phone, or even like a waving hand if you wanted to. I just try to play around with my stamps. Anyways, I am going to also be adding Tearjerker. This is from another Paper Person Shop stamp set. I did want to represent that I cried reading this book. It was very emotional. But once I finish stamping, I'm going to grab my logo stickers. I do offer these stickers on Instagram for free. You can print them out on sticker paper and use them throughout your journal if you wanted to, if you were documenting reading with Heba and what you read that month. It's the perfect little sticker sheet, so I definitely recommend it. I will make sure to add it in the description box for you. I will also add a little sticker that says books and coffee. And to add some more color, I'm going to use some die cuts. These are old Brandy Kincaid and Feed Your Craft die cuts. One of the the tabs matched my craft paper perfectly, so I end up tucking it behind one of my photos. I'll also use the coffee cup to add some layering to my library card. And then I'm going to grab my Crayola markers and color in some of these illustrations, again, to bring in some color. And I'm just using colors from my book cover and my craft paper. I'm trying to keep to the theme, but again, I want to add some color to my spread. So I just make sure that everything matches and works well and flows nicely. But anyways, I'm almost done with my spread. I'm just going to end up adding a few arrows. I don't know, I just felt like I wanted to add arrows to my spread. So I found an old Kelly Perky stamp with some arrows, so I'm going to use those. I'll also use my little floral stamp from Everyday Explorers. I love using that stamp to add confetti to my spread. And also when you add black ink, like you spread it out, I don't know, for me, it mutes everything down and makes things flow better. But anyways, you guys, don't forget, I will be adding all the links for everything I use down in the description box for you. If you are a book lover like me, come and join us at my book club. It is always linked in my videos, and we would love to have you. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye!